Okay. Hello, people. Um, I'm here again tonight. Um, like I already um, told us much earlier today on my first video uh, about what we're going to be doing. And those of us who are yet to watch that video, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be uploading that video on the YouTube channel, uh, most likely together with this new one I'm about doing. But you can also watch it on my Instagram page. My Instagram page is odelano.albert. You'll see that same video, the first one where I did the intro for what we're about to get started. We're about to see how we can trade this $10,000 prop firm challenge account. I already qualified for the first phase of the challenge account, and now I'm on to the next, which is the second phase of the challenge. That's Willis Capital. I told us earlier that Willis Capital started out this year, creating a prop firm where traders like you and I, who don't have so much money to trade, can actually get funded and trade. And by the time you qualify, having passed the first and the second phase of the challenge account, then you get funded. So I already bought the $10,000 challenge account, and it is actually called skill check or skill test, whatever it is. That's what they call it at Willis Capital, and that had been done and dusted. So now we're moving to the next. And sorry about that, guys. I don't know who is disconnecting my. We're moving to the next, and which is to start trading on the second phase of the $10,000 account. And if you see right here on top of my screen, you see my cursor. That's the Start Trader International Pty Limited. That's the broker for the Willis Capital. And this right here, if you look at the account, you see it's a new account. It's a $10,000 account. I've not traded it at all because I just got the credentials to trade it just today. So this video is actually the first video I'll be doing, trading this account. So like I said, this is a journey for all of us, everyone watching, my subscribers, my fans. This is a journey we're about to do together, and you can learn from the way I'm going to be analyzing the market and what I'm going to be doing in terms of risk management strategy, in terms of strategy itself, the strategy I'm about to introduce to us, and finally what is my trade management technique. Those three things, we're going to be covering it every day that I have to trade. And trust me, as long as I'm trading, I'm going to be sharing my trading videos with you, so you can go ahead and watch as soon as I upload any of those videos. So this is day one of our trading challenge. Day one, and we're about to get started. All right, So I'm going to start with a little explanation about my chart. So right here, I have a couple of indicators here that is going to help us, you know, make the trading journey a bit easier for me and for those of you who will be watching this video later. So I have a list of indicators. Let's see what they are. Indicator list. So right here I have this particular indicator is the one with the blue background, and that's the indicator that is showing me the trend, because I've come to realize in my old times when I was still coming up as a trader, I usually use moving average to know the trend. I use moving average 200, moving average 100, moving average 50. Those are my three most popular moving averages which I use for trend. But I have grown to realize that the thing they say about moving average is actually true. It's a lagging indicator. Moving averages are lagging indicators, and because of that, they are a bit slow when it comes to telling you what the price is doing per time. So because of that, I have decided to do away with moving average on my chart. It's not really been very effective. It's done quite a bit, but that's indicator with a blue background, and if you see on the right here, is showing us the trend, and it's going to even be telling you the percentage of the buyers and the percentage of the sellers. For instance, on this chart, this is GBP USD chart. You have 15% down and 85% up, meaning there are more buyers than sellers in the market. So you see where my cursor is, that is where the indicator with the blue background is letting us know what the trend is. It is a lot better to use that than using moving average. If you're an amateur, you're a beginner who just starting to learn how to trade and you don't know what moving average is, I kid you not, my friend, I can't go all the way back anymore. It's been a long journey. But if you want to do that, you could actually, there are a lot of videos online on YouTube and all the other platforms where you can learn about what a moving average is. But I am not going to be dealing with moving average in my trading moving forward. So this is my trend indicator. So the name right there is MTX trend. That's what it is. Then the next indicator on my chart is the free automatic Fibonacci. Free automatic Fibonacci, and that's the one you see with this you see where my cursor is. You see this line 0.5, 0.618, 0.786. That's so that thing right there drawing that, the lines, those are levels. Those are Fibonacci levels. It's an indicator that I downloaded free of charge on the MQL4 market. So that's my second indicator, and those of I'm a Fibonacci trader. All my trading always involves Fibonacci, and so yeah, that's my Fibonacci indicator right there. Is a very much simplified one. It's automatic. You don't need to draw it yourself. You already know, if you're not a newbie, that Fibonacci actually as a tool comes with every MT4 and MT5 chart. And even if you go to TradingView, C-Trader, Ninja Trader, all of those charts by default, they come with Fibonacci tool. But this is not the Fibonacci tool on those that comes by default with your chart. This one, I have to download it, on MQL4 market platform, and it's free of charge. So that's the second tool on my chart. The third one right here is my timer. This one shows the time of the candle. It calculates how many, when you're on any chart. For instance, we are on 15 minutes time frame. You see where my cursor is? M15. That is 15 minutes time frame. So it means on this chart, every candle you see all this green and red stuff you see here, we call it candlestick. The green and the red is called candlestick. Each of them is created every 15 minutes. You see this little one that is being created right now? It will, by the dot of 15 minutes, it would have been over, and then a new candle will be created. Because we are on the 15 minutes time frame, every candle is created in 15 minutes, and every candle has opening price and closing price. So it is whatever the opening price is that determines what candle is to be created. Sometimes the closing price is the one that determines what candle. It could open as a bullish candle and then close as a bearish candle. So those two prices actually determine what candle is to be created. So because we're on the 15-minute chart, each candle is created in 15 minutes. If it's a 1-minute chart, this one right here, if we go here, each candle is created every 1 minute. If it's a 5-minute chart, each candle is created every 5 minutes. If it's a 15-minute chart, each candle is created every 15 minutes. If it's a 30-minute chart, each candle is created every 30 minutes. So, and so on and so forth. So I have an indicator here that shows the time of the candle that is being created. I don't know why it is hiding. See, I'm trying to look for the timer and it's somewhere hiding. It's somewhere hiding. I wish I would find it on time. I don't know why I can't see. It's somewhere hiding away. So it's an indicator that helps you to calculate the time on your candlestick. So that's the third indicator I have. And then I have this Million Trader Olympia indicator too. That is this one. It's a channel indicator. Because I'm a level trader, channel indicator helps me to have a proper idea of what my chart looks like. It gives me pattern. I like patterns. I like structure. So using that indicator, which is a channel indicator, is an optimized type. It's not the normal channel indicator that you find on your MQL4. Using it makes me have a better representation of what is going on in the market. So that's the work of that one. It shows pattern, it shows structure on my chart. That's why I have that there. So I'm taking my time to explain my chart so that you know the rationale behind my chart. So that's the fourth indicator on my chart. The next one is custom spread indicator, and that's what you see right here. This indicator drawing a circle, green and orange, or is it yellow, showing you 1.3 pips. This indicator helps me to calculate the spread of each currency pair that I'm trading. So I'm on GBP USD chart. The spread of GU, meaning a spread is the difference between the ask price and the bid price. That's the meaning of spread. Spread is defined by subtracting ask price from bid price. Ask price is the price that the seller is willing to sell, while bid price is the price the buyer is willing to buy. So the difference between those two prices is what you call spread, and the spread is part of the cost that you incur as a trader to trade on the forex market. So I needed it to be seen so I don't have to be using my head to do the arithmetic. There's an indicator that is helping me to calculate that mathematics, to do that maths. So right here on GBP USD chart, the spread is 1.3, is less than 2 pips. A pip is a movement from one price to the other. So it's like a way to calculate the price variations. Well, all of that are elementary stuff which I may not be able to do on this chart, on this class. Maybe in the future we'll do something more elementary. And if you have questions, all you need to do is to just put a comment under the page, and then I might consider the question and answer it privately, So yeah, that's that about the custom spread indicator. The next indicator on my chart is pivot. Pivot SR. S meaning support, R means resistance. So this indicator draws a pivot line, and the pivot line is this red line you see right here. It has support and resistance line, but I faded it out because I don't need those support and resistance line. I already have something else, which is my Fibonacci. My Fibonacci and another indicator that I will show you much sooner is enough to give me support and resistance. But I need that pivot line, because pivot is also pivotal, if that language is understood. Pivot is pivotal in trading, because it could tell you what the trend is. It's a confirming indicator for you to know what trend is in the market. So that's the next one right there. And this is another indicator, the TFA support and resistance radar volume 5. That is a supporting indicator to know my support and resistance levels. I don't want to, you see, my chart is an hybrid chart. It is largely automated. I don't want to be drawing things with my hands, because I really don't have that time. I'm trading at night. I'm a night trader now. I've always loved to trade at night. You see, I'm wearing my PJ or my night outfit. This I'm going to be looking every night. I'm not going to have to be changing into different clothes because I'm a night trader. It's time to sleep. I should be sleeping right now, but because I want to make this content to help you in your own trading journey, that is why I'm up. And not just to help you, of course, to help myself, to trade and make money. And I'm comfortable trading at night to make money. So that's why you see me on my night wear. So, and this is how I'm going to be looking every night, as long as God wills. So this indicator helps me to draw resistance and support without having to do anything. All I need to do is to learn how to use this table. You see this table right here where my cursor is? That's where we're going to be doing the magic. We're going to be pulling off the magic from here. So you watch as we progress. And the last indicator on my chart is the Traders Dynamic Index Visual Alerts. That is the indicator at the bottom right here. So this indicator is an optimized version of the RSI and I think RSI, CCI, certain indicators were put together to actually come up with this. It is more effective than the normal RSI. So really, I don't really care about it like that. for me on this chart is doing more like the job of aesthetics, just to make my chart look, a bit techy. But it could also help because it gives signals. You see, it's telling you strong sell and all that. So it is also telling you what the trend is. So it could be a supporting confirmation indicator about the trend. That's why it is there. So it is serving two purposes. So yes, those are the indicators that you see on my chart. There is nothing on my chart that I have not introduced to you other than the EA. I have an expert advisor. I will not be talking about that, maybe not tonight, because everybody should have a choice on how they trade. My expert advisor is actually like a robot that helps me to place my orders where I choose to place my orders. I'm the one telling the robot, once the price gets to this level, take me in, and once it gets my target, take me out. If I lose the trade, if it gets to my stop loss, cut me off. That's basically what the expert advisor is doing. It's a robot. It's a robot. But I'm not here to teach you how all that. You don't need all that. You need to get to a point where you can make that decision. So tonight should not be, you're not about to be making such decision tonight. That's for like an advanced, it's an advanced tool for those who know how to use it. So I'm not going to be speaking too much on that. All right. I'm hoping this video will not be very long. If it is going to be because it's my first video. It's basically my trading introductory video. My first video today was like marketing what I'm doing right now. So this one is actually the real trading video, and it's introductory. And because it is introductory, then it probably be a little long because I have to do some introductory explanations. Oh yeah. So now let's move right into what we're about to do here tonight. Okay, my favorite pair on this chart is GBP USD. GBP means Great Britain pounds. USD means United States dollars. In Forex, we trade pairs side by side. We buy one and sell the other. The GBP USD is the primary pair. The USD is the base. So what we're doing here is we are trading GU for USD. So that's why in Forex, two pairs always go side by side. All right, we're on the 15-minute chart, but I have come to realize that for you to be consistent in profit or in profit making, if you are trading Forex, you must, by reason of compulsion, understand that whatever the higher time frames are saying, they are more valid than whatever the lower time frames are saying. Look, you could be a scalper, yet don't start from the lowest time frame where you want to scalp from. Go and get the overview of what you're about to do on at least a time frame a step higher or 2 steps higher than the time frame where you want to scalp. So I'm not a scalper. I've tried to do it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. So I'm not a scalper. I'm a day trader. But even though I'm a day trader, I'm not a swing trader yet. I start my analysis to confirm my trend or the trend of the market from the highest time frame on my chart. The highest time frame on my chart is the monthly time frame. You see where I clicked? That's the last. After the monthly, you have the weekly. After the weekly, you have the daily. That's the D1, daily. After the daily, you have the 4 hour. After the 4 hour, you have the 1 hour. After the 1 hour, you have the 30 minutes. After the 30 minutes, you have the 15 minutes. And after the 15 minutes, you have the 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes, the last is the 1 minute chart. That is for scalpers. 1 minute and 5 minutes is for scalpers. But we are not in that category. So I trade at the least on 5 minutes, and more times I trade on 15 minutes chart. But my analysis starts from the top. So basically I do top bottom analysis before I make a decision to trade. What did I say? I make top bottom analysis. Top, T-O-P. Bottom, in my language, Isale. Bottom, B-O-T-T-O-M. Bottom. The Nigerian way of saying it is bottom. But I guess I'm more comfortable calling it bottom because of the larger audience that I'm talking to. I'm talking to a broader audience and I want to communicate. So that's why I'm breaking it down. So top, bottom analysis, meaning I'm starting from the highest or from the higher time frame and I'm moving to the lower time frame for my entry. So I'm going to check from monthly, and that's how we're going to be trading every time we trade. We'll be starting from monthly and we'll be going to as low as 5 minutes sometimes to find an entry. So this is monthly chart. On the monthly chart, the candle right here is bullish. The trend looks like it is bullish. My indicator right here on the right is saying the trend is up. 53% up, 47% down. So it's not really so up, but it's still up. My Fibonacci. This is my Fibonacci right here. My Fibonacci is showing me that it might get to this point. You see, I'm going to find another time to explain Fibonacci, but not tonight. But what I want you to know, there are 3 major zones that Fibonacci tool prints that I recognize and a lot of traders recognize that we usually check for when we are trading. The 0.786 level, the 0.618 level, and 0.5 level. For instance, on this chart, the GBP USD pair, the price already broke through 0.5 level, and the price is getting close to 0.618 level. So that's the next level of Fibonacci. You see, those levels are levels that price usually respect, meaning price will touch them and might reverse on them, and price might touch them and might break out on them. But because the concept of Fibonacci is to look for a place of reversal of price, so the idea behind this is that if the price touches this line, we are expecting it to reverse backward. So even though by indication this trend is up, it is an upward trend. The price is already so close to a Fibonacci level 0.618, and that's a reversal level. That's a level where price might touch and then come back down. So that's where you have to be careful. That's why monthly doing top bottom analysis is good. From the monthly side of things, price is almost at the peak, getting to the next respectable zone, and it might crash back down. So even though we say it is up, we might not be too right to say what's going on with my system. Is that network? I'm sorry about that. We'll get back to it. We will get back to it. All right, now we have it. So like I was saying, so this Fibonacci level is an area for us to consider, and I might want to I might want to make it significant by drawing a line, by drawing a vertical line. Is that vertical or horizontal? But that's a line anyway, so that I can always watch it out as we move forward. So you can see even my indicator is changing. It's showing downward trend. It was showing upward because it was showing upward before. Now it's telling us downward because we are actually we are very close to a very important level, 0.618, and it's likely that the price might reverse if it touches that line that I've just drawn. I've just drawn a line to monitor what price does on it. So that's why this is not a clear trend. You cannot say it is upward and you cannot say it is downward because it might just reverse anytime soon. So let's move to the next time frame, weekly time frame. The network on this computer is a bit slow. All right. So permit me to take this indicator out so I can see clearly. I'll put it back. I'm just gonna take it out to see clearly. Yeah, you see this white line that I drew on the monthly time frame. You see, this is where it is on the weekly. This is where it is on the weekly. So I will be watching out for that. So let's go to, you see, even on the weekly, Fibonacci is showing, Fibonacci is showing a buy trend. Because what do we mean by that? If it's a buy, the 0.786 will be down, followed by 0.618, and then followed by 0.5. If it's an upward trend, but if it's a downward trend, the reverse is the case. If it's a downward trend, 0.786 will be up, 0.618 will follow, and 0.5 will be the third, which is the last if it's a downward trend. But here it is an upward trend. That's why 0.786 is at the bottom, followed by the other two lines. So this is showing upward trend, but like I said, it might get to this white line that I drew and price might reverse. We will get there. So let's go to daily and see. What I'm doing is I'm analyzing the market from monthly to the lower time frame. We already seen what it looks like on the monthly. Now we're going to weekly. and we've seen weekly. Now we're going to daily. All we want to do is to determine what is the trend of the market, because whatever trend that you have on the higher time frame, that is the trend to follow. Don't trade against the trend. Have you seen anybody trying to swim against the tide? If you swim against the tide, you are definitely going to drown. That is philosophy for you right there. Don't swim against the tide. So right here, we're now about to become an enemy to the trend. The trend, like they say, is your friend. So when you have to be sure that you are trading with the trend, and for you to know if you're trading with the trend, then you need to do your confirmation and your analysis from the higher time frame. The lower time frame may not give you the correct trend. So all I'm trying to do is to make sure that I know what the trend is before I take a position. So we're on the weekly. Let's go to daily. Okay. You see the white line I drew the other time, you are still seeing it. And that's a very important line right there. That's a very important line right there. So that's our daily trend. The daily trend is still showing a buy. But look at my indicator on this side. It's showing a sell. Let's go. I will tell us more about that. But look at this TDI at the bottom. It's showing strong buy. Excuse me. Let me get me a bottle of water. Oh yeah, sorry about that. I needed to drink some water. My mouth's running dry. Yep. Guys, I'm only going to do analysis on one pair tonight, because that's a lot of time if I have to show you all the analysis on all the other pairs. But if I do analysis on one pair every time we trade, you will get it. I don't want to make the video too long, so that you have enough time and patience to watch. If it's too long, you might not be patient enough. Okay, so on daily chart, these two indicators, my TDI on the bottom agrees with this indicator on the right top here. It says an upward trend. Okay, so we will find out what direction we are going at the end of the day. Don't forget Fibonacci here. Fibonacci here on the daily is saying it's a downward trend. So we're having conflicting information. Well, we will get it. We will get it. Eventually we'll know what to do. Okay, all right. So it is showing a downward. Fibonacci is showing downward, but this indicator is showing upward. This indicator is also showing upward. But don't forget, it might be we might be eating a snag on this white line. We might be eating a snag on this white line, whereby once the price gets this line, it might just fall yakata and reverse. Okay, let's go to 4 hour. Okay, all right. So on the 4 hour chart, our Fibonacci right here, when I say Fibonacci, I'm talking about this I don't know what color we can call this, like is it green or whatever. Yeah, these are the Fibonacci lines. You see, like I explained before, if it is upward, 0.786 will be at the bottom, 0.618 will follow, and 0.5 will be next if it is upward. The reverse is the case if it is downward. So right here, it is upward. So Fibonacci is telling us this trend is going up. So eventually, what we're going to be doing is that if we decide to go with a buy trade, we will be trading such that our take profit might just end at this line, because like I've been saying, price might get to this line and then reverse. So if we say we want to buy, we will only buy up till this line, and once we get there, once price get there, we will just exit our trade. We will take our profit and go away, because at this line anything can happen. Anything, like say, can do what can happen. So, and you don't want to be caught, you don't want to be caught in that triangle, so yeah, what am I? So yeah, so on this chart, the 4-hour chart, price is beginning to reverse, but trend by Fibonacci is saying upward. This one here is changing. Sometimes it says upward, sometimes it says downward, and the reason I've explained, it is because the price is getting close to a point where it will reverse. So yeah, let's go to 1 hour. Don't forget, my decision will be made to trade on the lower time frame. So yeah, so on 1 hour, Fibonacci is still showing upward. It's showing upward. It's showing upward, even though price is reversing. When you see red candles, it means price is falling. When you see green candle, it means price is rising. So let me repeat that again. When you see red candle, it means price is falling. When you see green candle, it means price is rising. So Fibonacci is showing upward trend. The indicator right here is showing downtrend. The bottom indicator is telling us the market is selling temporarily, but the trend is still up. You see the green arrow here. So the trend is still up from most indications. All right, let's go to 30 minutes. Okay, same thing is happening on 30 minutes. Fibonacci is still showing upward. The bottom indicator is showing sell, and in fact it's saying strong sell. The indicator on the right top also is saying downtrend, meaning sell. Only Fibonacci is telling us consistently from, I think, on 1 hour, on daily, or is it on 4 hour? Let's see. Yeah, from 4 hour to 30 minutes, Fibonacci is saying upward, even though monthly Fibonacci is showing downward. Weekly, okay, so even weekly is saying buy. Okay, so daily is sell, and 4 hour is buy, 1 hour is buy, 30 minutes Fibonacci is still saying buy, even though the candle is falling. I'll tell you what to do when we get to that level. Let's go to 15 minutes time frame. 15 minutes time frame. Fibonacci is still saying buy. Fibonacci is still saying buy. This indicator is saying down, and TDI is saying down. Yeah, all that down might be temporary. The overall trend by all indication is that market trend is upward. Market trend is upward. That will be my judgment. Well, the market will prove me wrong by the time the results comes out in the morning, because I'm going to be placing a trade on this chart, and I want you to watch me as I place my trade. I'm a trend line trader. I'm a Trendline trader, I'm a level trader. So because I trade level, okay, now let's bring back the indicator I removed because I need to use that to draw support and resistance. So the indicator is back. We're on the 15-minute chart. I want to see levels on 30 minutes. Okay, it's giving me 30 minutes level. You see M30, M30, M30. So these are levels to be considered, different from the Fibonacci level. And guys, don't forget my pivot. You see pivot is right here, and price is above pivot. That could also mean that the trend is upward because price is above pivot, and it's a daily pivot. So that's a strong pivot. It's a daily pivot. It's the pivot calculated by the daily time frame. So if price is above it, then we will not be wrong to say we are trading for a buy. Okay, we've seen 30 minutes support and resistance line. Let's see if it will draw anything for us on 1 hour. Okay, you see it's giving us a 1 hour line right here. This is the 1 hour line at the top right here. So that could be a line for take profit. Let's see if it draws anything for us on 4 hour. Okay, 4 hour, that same line it drew for 1 hour is supporting that line. So this line is very important because 4 hour line is also on the same place. Okay, let's see if it gives us anything for daily. If it draws any support and resistance. Okay, for my students or for people who are watching who are beginners, when we say support and resistance, normally as a trader you should know how to draw your own support and resistance. I know how to draw it, I just don't have time anymore to be doing all that. But let me show you what support is. You see, this is a support line. A support line is a bottom line, while a resistance line is a top line. So any line drawn at the top is resistance. Any horizontal line drawn at the bottom is support. But when price breaks support and breaks it upward, support becomes, when price breaks support and breaks it upward, support becomes resistance, and then resistance becomes support. So when you draw an horizontal line at the bottom, that is the support line. But when you draw an horizontal line at the top, that is a resistance. So when resistance is broken by price, resistance becomes support. When support is broken downwards, support becomes resistance. I hope you get it. This is our support right here. If price got here and fell and came down, then this line is no longer a support line. It becomes a resistance line because now it's at the top of price. But if price is below, if price is above a line, that line that price is above is support line. But if price is below a line, that line that price is below is called resistance. So that is the definition, or that is what resistance and support is all about. I'm gonna take it out because I don't need to be drawing it myself. I already have these indicators drawing it for me. All right. Okay. Like I said, we are going to be buying this market. I am buying. I'm not selling. I'm not selling GU because the overall trend is showing upward. It's showing upward trend, while temporarily there are signs of it selling, and because of that we are going to be trading a buy, but we will not be entering with market price. I've not been trading with market price for some time. I do pending orders because I don't want to be watching the market. I don't want to be in front of my computer all day, all night watching. No. I have gotten to a point where I'm comfortable trading with pending orders. I've gotten to that point. So I'm going to be using Trendline to finish up on this, and then I will show you the result of this trade the next video I make. So I'm picking up my trend line from here. I just picked my trend line, and I'm going to be looking for coordinate zones from the bottom to the top or from the top to the bottom. Trend line is to be drawn looking for coordinate price line. Coordinate meaning lines or regions that coordinate, in a what's the word, because it's not always a straight line. A trend line is not a straight line. Support and resistance lines are straight, but trend line they are not straight. They are, what's the word for them? Oh my god, man, my dictionary just failed me, but maybe I will remember. But they are not usually straight because you're drawing it from the peak region to the trough region, meaning from the low to the top. So I'm going to be drawing it to look for to make sure, you see, the validity of your trend line is determined by how many coordinate points did your trend line touch, how many candlesticks did your trend line touch. Because if your trend line has multiple candlesticks touching it, there is a very high possibility that price will go back to that line where price had touched many times in the past. That is the purpose of drawing trend line in that manner. So you see, I'm going to be looking for the best regions where price is touching my trend line, and I will be looking at right here. The good thing about trading this way is that if price does not pull back to that region where you are considering, then there will be no trade and you'll be good. You see, I'll be looking at this right here. You see, price is touching my trend line here, and that's enough. That's enough to make that trend line valid for a potential point where price can touch. And the reason I'm doing this is that I want, you see, Fibonacci, you guys need to go and study how to use Fibonacci. This Fibonacci right here has already showed us where price can get to, where price will pull back to. Price could pull back on 0.5 level and go back up. We are buying. We are placing our bet on an upward trend, but we don't want to get into the market when the market is still not certain where it is going. So we want to get into the market at a convenient price when the market would have expired. By the time the price gets to this point, we expect it that it would have expired, and then it will now decide to go back up towards our own decision. Price could get to 0.5 and then bounce back up, and price could go beyond 0.5 and come to 0.6 and then bounce back up, and price could break 0.618 and come to this point and then do what? Bounce back up. But we are not trusting that price will come this far. I'm trusting that price will get here and what? And you see, the price is at my trend line is touching the 0.5 line. My trend line is also touching the 0.618 line. It is only here. I'm not about waiting for it to get here. I'm looking at price coming here, and if I wanted to trade manually, I will set an alert right here. My alert will be on 1.26566. You see the price on the right on my crosshair. This thing I'm carrying around is called crosshair. So this crosshair line is falling on 0.5, and the price corresponding to that crosshair line is 1.26568. So it is on that level that I want price to touch, and then price should what? Go back up. Price should go back up because I'm placing a trade for a buy. Placing the trade for a buy, and this is where I am going to stop for tonight. So the bottom line here is I have shown you how to determine the trend, which is done by doing top bottom analysis, checking what the market is saying on the monthly time frame to a much lower time frame, and we checked to know what our trend is from monthly to weekly to daily to 4 hour to 1 hour to 30 minutes and now to 15 minutes. It is easier because of trade management to trade on lower time frame than to trade on higher time frame. If you trade on lower time frame, you'll be risking just a little. But if you trade on higher time frame, you are going to be risking a lot more. So that's why I usually make my entries on lower time frames like 15 minutes and 5 minutes. But for this particular one, I'm making my entry on 15 minutes. So, and that's why this trend line I've drawn is important. So this trend line is a way for me to see what price will be doing or what price has done in the past, for me to know what price is likely to do in the future. So this is a prediction. I've just predicted that the price will bounce on my trend line and bounce back up. So this is where I'm going to hold it so I don't make this video unnecessarily long, so that you can watch and be able to process, assimilate, and see if you can replicate it. I'm going to be doing a lot more breakdown as we move forward, and I'll be showing you the result of this trade if price ever gets there and takes us into a trade. The result I will let you see in our next trade. And if price did not get there, I will also let you know the trade did not kick in, because this trade will not kick in except price gets to that trend line that I'm watching. If you have further questions on this video, let me know in the comment section and I'll try to do justice to your questions. So this is where I'm going to hold it, and I want to say thank you for watching. Once again, my name is Olajide Odelano, and I'm a forex trader and your bet. On this journey, we're going to hit that targets together, and it's going to be a win-win game for every one of us. May the Lord bless you. Have a good night.